We are back here out in the garage for day 2 of the garage declutter. I'll give you a quick recap where we left off at the end of day 1. Made a lot of progress, but still more to come. Buried underneath these boxes, totes, laundry baskets, etc., if you might recall, is this desk, if you watched my last video. Now, someone's coming in 1 hour to pick up that desk. Yes, the desk I sold on Facebook Marketplace for $550. So let's clear this out and get that ready for pickup. Next step is to move this beauty into the middle of the garage so it's ready for pickup. Ready? There it is in all its beauty. Let me give you a little tour of this desk so you can see why someone paid me $550 for a desk I bought at Goodwill for 25 bucks. This is a gorgeous mid-century modern desk with the original hardware, made by Stanley, which I think is like northeast US or something like that. Anyway, definitely mid-century modern, solid wood all the way through. You can see the beautiful dovetail joints. So we've got 6 drawers. The one right here, there, is a file drawer. And then you've got other drawers. But the sort of unique thing about this piece is check out the back. It's got a cane back, so you don't have to sit it against a wall. You can have it sitting in the middle of a room, and it's still beautiful on the back. So that's the story of the desk. I'm happy to be moving it to a new home and making over $500 profit. All right, so we've got this nice big empty space now, and my first inclination was to just start putting stuff right back in there. But then I thought, you know what? Look what we have here. Totes and totes, and again, these are going, Play-Dohs and Once Upon a Child, but I haven't inventoried what's in there yet. We've got some of our little machines, carpet cleaner, weed trimmer, professional paint sprayer. Yes, I have done home renos, and pressure washer. But look at all this. And what stopped me is these planters, I guess. And I think I'm going to get rid of maybe all of them, at least most of them. So why am I putting stuff back until I go through all of this? Those are obviously my shipping supplies. Somebody called out my nice pretty lampshades, and I will be listing those. This has to leave the house. Oh, there's my hypocritical totes. When I said in my last video, you don't need more totes, you need less stuff. And then I showed you 36 new totes. That is a reorg of my inventory. But look, we've got, again, shipping supplies. Those bottles need to go to the bottle depot. Those 2 are donations. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull all of this out, and then we'll decide how to put everything back. I'm back. I've been working for hours. Didn't film it all. Had to just, get it down. Buckle down, get it done. But I'm going to give you a tour of everything that I'm getting rid of and the final space. Now, a lot of what I'm actually decluttering is personal stuff. So this is a box of all kinds of cords. Coax, HDMI, power cords, phone cords, audio-visual cords, you name it. And I haven't looked at it in 10 years. So why am I keeping it? I'm not. There are some over the balcony planters, gone. A couple more planters, gone. Halloween pumpkin from the dollar store, actually from the bins, gone. Old basket, gone. That over there on the other side is the big bag of cans and pop bottles that are going to the recycling center. Here you can see we have a packed trunk, jam-packed, and all of this is going to get donated. So we have plant pots, and more plant pots of all sizes. Some organizing racks, some lawn games. There's croquet, lawn darts, I think a bocce ball or something, tennis racket, and then all sorts of miscellaneous this and that in these 2 bags. So that is all going out of the garage and out of my life. Ready to see what I've accomplished in almost 4 hours? Let's go. I'll give you the wide eye view first of all, and look at all that space we have. Yay! And by the way, those paint cans in the back, I just need to figure out where I can take them, and then they'll be gone. So starting here, this little tower at the end is all the things going to Plato's and Once Upon a Child. Oh, confession time. This tote right here, which is empty except for these bags, is a couple of thrifting trips that I missed that were sitting in the trunk of the car. We'll get them in the spreadsheet and then we'll be moving on. Empty bins and storage containers, that metal cabinet, which will be moving inside. All of my totes for my reorg that's coming up. And I've got a box of shoe boxes that I ordered from Uline down there. Blankets to be donated. All my tools now hung and nicely organized. All my machines back here. My file boxes, if I need to build one, ready to go. We've got my library cart with an empty tote in there and a rug that I have to figure out. It's listed on Marketplace, but it's got some fading, so I don't know. And look at those boxes. Does that not look beautifully organized? So we've got a lot of vertical storage going on here. Went through a lot of my personal stuff, sorted out gardening and yard stuff, cleaning supplies, and empty tote at the bottom right. The next one is all painting. We've got my cooler. So really pared down, which means I have all this beautiful empty space. Coming over to the other side, my little mini fridge, my roasting pan that I really need to get listed ASAP so it can sell for Christmas, lampshades to be listed, suitcases to be listed, and here's the pile I still have to go through. So these 4 boxes, leftover garage sale stuff. I'm just too tired. It's been too long. I need to take a break, but we'll get back to that and clean that up ASAP. And then you can see we've got our packing materials nicely stacked up there. And this is gonna go probably to the storage unit, except for the golf bag, once I clear out the car. So I'll give you the once over again. I'm pretty happy with the amount of space I have in my garage. It's not super clean, but I gave it a good sweep. So we are ready to bring the car back in after we drop the stuff. And just so you know, I'm not faking it. I am really doing the work on the declutter. Here I am going into the bottle depot to return all those cans. Following through on the garage clean out, we're dropping off a TV and an old computer monitor. Clearly I'm not the only one who's recycling some electronics. Hey, at least it's not ending up in the landfill. Well, I took 3 bins of stuff in here. We're gonna come back in 45 minutes and see if we made any money. Here we are, we dropped it right off, and let's check it all out and see how much I got rid of. So this bin of flower pots and baskets, cords as you saw, this bin, and that whole box. So all of this is no longer on the premises of my house, and it's here at Value Village. Well, I wanted to give you a quick recap of how things turned out at Plato's Closet. So I took 68 items in 3 bins, as you saw in my garage, and they purchased from me 13 items. So I still took a lot of items home. Kind of felt like the garage sale all over again. Good sales, but still so much left over. Anyway, not to be negative, they paid me $56 cash for those 13 items. So if you're curious, I did quickly inventory what I took over there before I went. For the 13 items that they took, that averages out to me being paid $4.31 per item. My cost of goods for those 13 items in total was $12.76. Yes, that's right. Less than $1 per item is what I had into it for the ones they bought from me. So my profit on those specific 13 items was actually $43.24 after I take into account the cost of goods. So not bad. Still though, I'm going to donate the other 55 items, which cost $81.43. So is it really profit? Well, one's a write-off on the business. The other one I will record as a profit on those specific items. Now here's the funny part. If you stuck with me this far, you'll get a chuckle out of this. I would say over half of those items, probably 3/4 of the items they bought from me, were items that I bought from them over a year and a half ago in February 2024. So that's, about 1 year and 9 months ago. And I got them on a absolute last ditch clearance sale where you bought a bag for, I think it was $1 or $1.99, and you could put as much stuff into it as you wanted. My average cost of goods on that day was 8 cents. So a bunch of these items, at least I find it kind of amusing, they're nothing if not predictable because they sold them before. I bought them for 8 cents. Of course, held on to them in my death pile for nearly 2 years, but sold it back to them for $4.31. So I thought you'd get a chuckle out of that. Anyway, thank you for watching this all over the place garage clear out part 2 video. I just wanted to show you that I did follow through and actually complete all the tasks that came from clearing all that stuff out of the garage. So thank you as always for watching, and stay tuned for another business update or decluttering adventure. Bye.